So today's question is page 162, question 7 of the orthographic projection chapter, okay? Nice little hint here, there are 2 hidden lines in your answer, right? So that's just a nice little hint because we're getting into that. So we have our A, B, and C, so elevation, plan, end view, all right? Always be careful as well. We're looking in from the right, you draw it on the left, so it's always the opposite, looking down from above, so that's why the plan goes underneath, okay? Just before you take into it or doing all that, you need to look at your sizes, your overall sizes, to know, right, how far down should my XY line be and how far over should my YY line be, just to allow for it. Just also be careful, if we follow this line going up the back here, the Hoover, it kicks back out even further. Alright, so just be careful that this is the piece that's going to be close to the XY line and it steps out further again. So just so we don't have the XY line stuck up beside this, and then we can't put the top of it on, the handle out on, alright? So, first things first, A is looking in from the left, or the right I should say, sorry, draw it on the left. Check your overall sizes, alright? You have to be conscious of that the whole way through, alright? That is 130, so that's 20 wide, so allow for that, yeah. And then your height is key here, okay? So we need to add all these together, and don't forget this little measurement up here as well, alright? So we're going to put our sheet on portrait, alright, just to allow for the height, because this is a long enough object, alright, so just to allow for the height. Plan will be nice and small, okay, so the overall height sorry about that there. So overall height is going to be 215 millimeters, alright, so just allowing enough for that there. Just step ourselves down enough. That's where I'm going to stick in my XY line. Alright, now just checking the measurement again across. As I said before, is 130. Allow for our 10 mil space then for our YY line, so it's not stuck up on top of it. Alright, so that is the Y line. Now, A is looking in from the right, draw it on the left, so A is the elevation. C then is the end view. And B down the bottom is the plan. I know it's not on the screen, I have it wrote down there, but it's not just on the screen yet. We'll get it down in a few minutes. And then the empty box is our 45 degrees. Okay, right. Let's take into this. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our light line up. So our start line. So we stepped out our 10 millimeters. We're going to do our light line up. Alright, we're going to do our full measurement to the top, which we said earlier on was 215. There. Now the handle at the top is 5 millimeters wide. So just step that back down. And that's all I'm going to do for a minute. Now, remembering what I told you before, light line across. When you pick a measurement, a vertical measurement, or a horizontal measurement, and you want to bring it vertically across, use it in both views straight away. Just get it sent, both views, straight away. It speeds it all up. You're going to need it anyway. Alright, we know the full length of that then, back to front is 60. Alright, so we're going to drop that down, so that will be the front of the Hoover. And as I said before, when you're doing one, send it straight down into the other. Nice and handy with it. Keeps it all just moving, all tipping along. You get your measurements in. Sorry, that's slightly blurred there, I wasn't noticing that. Alright, we get them all in. Now, the width of this is 20. So from the front to back is 20. So I'm going to pop that in. Bring it down below. Alright, we're starting to assemble this. Now, because we have the back portion here, this is the back where the Hoover then, the grey portion of the Hoover sticks forward. Alright, and that is 90 forward. Yes, sorry, there's 90. Yes, there's my 90. And sorry, first going back 20 from there then as well. Right, that's on the ground, that doesn't move, so I'm just going to send it down here. This one up a little bit and down. Alright, so it's all just about figuring out our distances first, and then things will start coming together. Now, up the back here of the hoover, so we don't need to measure over here, we're going to pop it on this side here. So it tells us base, the grey portion's up 40. From that then we go up 120. Then you go 20. And you should be left with 30. Alright. Use that on both sides. Alright. Now, what we can do is start heavying some of this in. Slowly getting it into place. Right, we're not going to heavy this one down here because this is curved. So we're just going to take a second on that. The rest now we can sorry, a slip there. That's the majority of our elevation done. Last but not least, we have a circle in here which will have our vertical and horizontal as tangents to it. So in 15 from the right hand side. And up 15 from the bottom. And there would be our center point. For our circle. Now it's a heavy circle all the way around, okay? So you can obviously see the wheel from the outside. It's heavy all the way around. Now, that'll be your plan, our elevation, so to say, done and dusted. Now we'll jump into plan here. Alright, so from the YY, our XY line, we're going to step down 10 millimeters. When you get this, you're going to bring it the whole way across to hit that 45 degree line. Every one of them now, when we find them, we're going to send them straight to the 45 degree line. Now, we can step all our measurements in. So it's 100 millimeters wide. I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see that on the screen. So this is the plan. Alright. Yeah, we'll pop in the rest of it. So it tells us in 20 from the left and the right. Leave this portion in the middle 60 wide, so which is in line with this one because it has two shoulders going in leading up to the handle, and that says on 20 in from both sides. Again, that's all my light lines brought across. Okay, everything nice and handy. Now get in our Hoover outline. I'll just throw that out there, right in the wrong spot. That's what that rubber is for, just rubbing it out. No, fade it back to a light line. No. Alright. Just when we're heaving in this piece, remember, handle there as well. And because this passes underneath the handle, there is a hidden detail there, which is our dotted line. We know that when we heavy up the handle, that's what we have, we're seeing. I'm going after heavying 2 lines again that I shouldn't have, but I'll change it now. Yeah, I did. I see it now. Sure, accidents happen. Alright. And there we have the excuse me, the elevation, or the plan. I can get them all on. This is actually heavy. I'm rubbing it out now. When I look back at it, it is heavy, because you see we have here a line going across before it slopes, so it's a change in surface, so that should be heavy. That's fine. Now let's bring them up so to our end view. It's the most outer portion of the grey piece. This will be the green piece. Move it up a bit there so we can get that in. This is the wider bit before it turns into the shoulders. Then we have our top portion. Alright, now these all heavied up. Outer portions before they slope in as their shoulders. There. To here. Here we have it there. Just about done now. Last but not least, we have one hidden line left, which is us, and it's this, because when we look in, it's at the back. And there we have our 3 of them. So that is page 162, question 7. All right.